One of the most iconic moments of the books and movies is that scene where Draco Malfoy appears just moments away from killing Albus Dumbledore in the Astronomy Tower, only for Severus Snape to intervene and execute the task himself, killing his friend, sparing Draco's blushes, and securing complete and total trust with Lord Voldemort. And on top of that, he quashed any rumours of his loyalty amongst the Death Eaters. Now, that's all satisfactory for Snape. Well, not really, because we all know the truth. But anyway, I want to go back to that moment Draco had Dumbledore at one point, events leading up to it, and most importantly, the would-be events afterwards had Draco gone through with the assassination attempt, because basically it's those reasons, the real reasons, that genuinely stopped the Malfoy boy from making a mistake that would have destroyed his life completely. That's what we're going to talk about today, the real reason why Draco didn't kill Albus Dumbledore. Stick around everyone, this one it gets really interesting. Hey everyone, thanks to your fantastic support in sharing and watching my videos, I've been so fortunate to receive a second sponsorship from last month's sponsor Surfshark. Now this deal really does go a long way for me personally, especially with the holidays coming up, but it is all down to how strongly you have all supported me, and because of that I get to talk to you all about a product that I believe will do nothing but benefit you. I can't stress enough how important it is to protect your internet privacy, especially during the holidays when account hackers and identity fraud is at a peak. One thing you may notice is that it's not just me, but many of my fellow YouTubers have all talked about a VPN in their videos, and that's because we value our privacy and protection so much, and no VPN is more valuable for money than Surfshark. You can also watch content that is currently unavailable in your country, with Netflix and HBO literally two of the best streaming services to watch when connected to a US or Australian VPN in my opinion. Don't forget Harry Potter, all 8 movies are available on Netflix through Surfshark's Aussie VPN. Sign up now, just in time for Christmas, don't delay, you'll get 83% off, 3 months free along with a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, your money will be given back. Simple, no risk, nothing to lose. Sign up now. Okay everyone, let's get started. So, it's no secret that the Malfoys were at a very low point. Lucius in particular was not doing so well. Draco was extremely embarrassed that his family were a public laughingstock and was more determined than ever to set things right while also cementing his own status amongst the Death Eaters and of course Lord Voldemort. Now I know that it's been said that Draco could have never truly gone through with the assassination of his headmaster because he wasn't a killer. He didn't have that ruthless instinct in him. That Dumbledore and Snape's plan was always going to work because Draco could not take a life. Although his father raised him as an avid pure-blood supremacist and a Voldemort sympathizer, his mother still taught him morals, and those morals kept him from ever crossing that line. Now, here's the counter-argument. Draco did try to kill Dumbledore from behind the scenes, which still would have counted as murder on his behalf even if it wasn't at his hand. Well, technically it was at his hand. If Tom Riddle could split his soul from using the basilisk to take a life, then Draco's silent actions would have weighed up also. We've seen what the poisoned mead did to Ron. Had it not been for Harry's quick thinking, he'd have certainly died. We then witnessed Katie Bell narrowly escape with her life after immediate action, with several powerful counter curses placed upon her to nullify the effects of the opal necklace. Draco intended both of these items for Dumbledore. He intended to kill him and almost killed 2 innocent people in the wake of it all. Yes, it's true, he didn't want to do it. Of course he didn't, but he did it anyway. And if either the mead or the necklace killed Albus, which after they left Draco's possession means his headmaster's fate was out of his hands, then that would have meant he's a murderer, an out and out killer, which kind of slightly nullifies the can't kill someone excuse. Okay, maybe not face to face, but that doesn't mean he couldn't. Draco was under severe pressure. The consequences of failing frightened him more than anything because it meant his family's lives and his own were at high risk. So it's not really fair to say that Draco couldn't go through with killing Dumbledore because he already tried, albeit from a position of stealth. It's more so the repercussion of actually doing it that scared Draco more, because either way, a lot of damage was going to be done. Let's say he did go through with it. What would that mean? Well, it would mean all hell would break loose. Draco Malfoy would go down in history as the person who murdered Albus Dumbledore. His life would never be the same again. He'd be infamous. He'd be hunted down by those most loyal to Dumbledore and the Order. Any chance of normality immediately ends. He would have surpassed all of Voldemort's expectations, however, but the guilt of what he had done would have begun to affect him greatly. Even if things turned out as they originally did, with Harry winning, there's not a chance that the Malfoys would have been exonerated, especially Draco. He'd be on a one-way trip to Azkaban for life, and even if he wasn't, he might as well be dead because he would have never been allowed to live it down. In addition to that, his soul would have been split, and at such a young age too. Who knows what detrimental effects that could have had on him also. Would it affect him after he died? Would he be able to repair the damage to his soul by showing and feeling severe remorse? Probably, but it's been said to be an unbearable pain, so bad that the soul repairing process has actually killed people in the past. There must have been so much going through Draco's head at that moment. So let's go to that moment at the top of the Astronomy Tower. Dumbledore tries to delay as much as possible, knowing that if Draco was present, then Snape's arrival must be imminent. Draco was weighing up all of the options in his head at that very moment. He knew that Voldemort would kill him and his parents if he didn't do it. Yet the result of killing a man who, by then, Draco knew was fighting on the right side, seemed just as worse, as Malfoy would have no life at all, as I've mentioned, forever known as the person who killed Albus Dumbledore. In addition to that, Draco knew he was being set up. He knew that Voldemort was expecting him to fail. I don't think he believed the Dark Lord wanted him to founder, but he knew at the very least he was expected to fail. Now don't get me wrong when I say I disagreed with the fact that Draco wasn't a killer. He wasn't an out-and-out murderer like Fenrir Greyback, for example. What I mean is that he'd kill if he had to, and he almost did several times. So it was a combination of factors that led to Draco holding back that night. Although he truly loved his family, the aftermath of going through it was just as bad, and it was a momentary stall that held Draco up, trying to decide what to do, telling himself he had to, that he had no choice, when in fact he had two choices: do it or don't. Either way, it was a lose-lose situation. Although the plan between Snape and Dumbledore was to earn the Dark Lord's trust, while making use of the headmaster's inevitable death, the two men did more for Draco that night than the boy could have ever hoped for. I think it's an interesting concept to look at everything that was going through Draco's mind at that moment in time, on that night, and it's a much better excuse than the "he just wasn't a killer" one we were given. So with that being said, everyone, that is my take on, my opinion as well, the real reason as to why Draco Malfoy didn't kill Albus Dumbledore that night in the Astronomy Tower. If you have anything to add, then please do in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching again, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Have a fantastic day, and always remember to be happy. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever. So please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do. It's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content. So if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDNJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.